Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Blender video editing shortcuts. So this will be part 8 and as well as last video on Blender video editing shortcut series. So in this video, right, we'll be learning 15 Blender video editing shortcuts. So without wasting time, let's begin. The first shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is opening the saved workspace or project. So suppose you are working here, currently I've opened that and you want to open any of the workspace, right, which you have saved. So what you have to type, the shortcut is Control O. So if I type, right, so this Blender file view comes up and then whatever you have saved, right, the project, so it will come up. And then let me just select this. You can double click on here and it will open up, or else you can just click on open. So if you see it, it gets open that. So let me just show you one more time. In this, right, I've opened this workspace and if I type Control O again, right, and then it opens up some like this. And then sometimes, right, suppose let's just edit this, selecting this and typing K. I'm just done some changes, but I've not saved it here. So now if I type Control O, right, so it gives me an indication that whether you want to save this because you have done some changes to existing project, right? So if I select don't save, then it just leaves there and then comes back here, and then I can open any other project. The next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is to open recent project. So in this scenario, right, so suppose you have worked in different workspaces, you want to switch, right? So this shortcut is useful. So what is the shortcut, right? You have to type Shift Control O. So if I type Shift Control O, right, if you see, right, open recent, it comes up, and if you'll see 3 by default, right, it gives the 3 recent projects which have worked. So let me just switch to any one of them. Let me just use this shortcut _1. So if you see it, I've worked with this recently, so it is showing up this one, and then it is useful. So if you want to switch between the multiple projects or workspaces, so let me just show you one more time. So to open recent project or workspace, right, which you have worked with during Blender video editing, right, so what you have to type Shift Control O. So if I type it, it gives me this option, and let me just select this time last shortcut, and then if you see it comes up this. So the next shortcut, right, which you'll be learning is save. I think this is very simple. You might have already known, but just I wanted to show you. So let's just I'll do some changes here. I'll just move this project somewhere here, and then if I type Control yes, right, it saves that. So by default, right, Control yes is saved. You might have already known this, but just wanted to cover that. So the next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is, it's also a simple one. So suppose you have you want to have this with a different name, you want to save this, right? The shortcut is Control Shift yes. So I'm typing Control Shift yes, and this time, right, it gives me this pop-up. So you want to save something like, let me just show you, _1 I'm typing, and then if I save as, right, it gets saved there. So if you see, right, last shortcut _1. So currently I'm working on this. So the shortcut for this is Control Shift yes to save as. Sometimes it is necessary to, you want to save multiple copies so that you have backup of the older one. If you are not sure, right, what you are doing, then yeah, that's very useful. The next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is creating a new file. Well, you are working here and then you want to create a new file, right? You don't want to again close this Blender and then open, right? So in this scenario, this is useful. So the shortcut is Control N. I'm typing Control N, and then it gives me this option, like whichever you want to do it, like you want to do VFX or video editing or 2D animation, then you can just select it here. Just selecting again video editing. So if I select, right, and it gives me this option if you want to save the existing project. In this scenario, I'll select as don't save, and it opens up a new Blender video editing workspace for you. So let me just show you one more time. Control N is the shortcut, and then if I want to go VFX, right, I'll just select VFX, and then it opens up VFX workspace to me. The next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is to reload. Just open up any of the project. So I'm just typing Shift Control O, and then I'll just select this project, and then if you see, right, I have multiple clips here. So suppose sometimes you want to reload these clips, right? So in this scenario, it is useful. So the shortcut for reloading the script, right, Alt R. I'm typing Alt R. So what it does is, right, internally you will not see any changes, but it reloads entire stuff inside this workspace. So that's how. But it is very quick. You will not see the progress. So if you have large files, right, you might see at the time some progress, but here you will not see that much. So but the shortcut exists. So the shortcut is Alt R to reload the strips. The next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is to view render. What you have to type, F12 is the button. So if I type F12, right, so it gives this option to you. It is nothing but the view render. And let me show you one more time. View render, right? So the shortcut is F11. I'm typing F11, and then it comes up this view for you. So you will see that this will be a view render preview. So the next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is a render image. So suppose you want to render an image, right, and then this shortcut is useful, and the shortcut is F12. So I'm typing F12 now. So this will give you this information, render image. In this scenario, right, there is multiple options. So the next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is in view render to save the render. Okay, to save, right, so what you have to type, Alt S. So if I type Alt S, right, what it gives me this option, and then if I just save this as TMP, and then I'm just saving here, and then give untitled one, and then just select, right? So what happens, right? It saves that particular image. So this shortcut works only in the view render scenario. So let me just show you one more time. The view render, I'm typing F11, and then it works with F12 as well. Render image also you can use it, but whichever you want. So let me just show you with F12. It works with both. So F12 shortcut is for render image. So I'm typing F12, and then if I type Alt yes, right, it gives me this image. And then if you want, right, you can just save whatever the screen comes up, right, and then it saves that particular, captures that image and saves that particular image. So if you have a video and then you want to capture some moments of that particular video, right, you can do with view render or render image, and then Alt yes is the shortcut to save that. So the next shortcut, right, which comes in view render or render image itself, to save as. So suppose, let me just close this one, and then I'll type one more time. So I'll just go into render image by typing F12, and then to save as, right, what is the shortcut, right? Shift Alt yes. So what happens, right, it gives this option to save as. So let me just show you as _1 saving, save as. This image got saved as. So if I go here, right, and just show you, so it got with underscore, this is the one which got saved. Let me just show you one more time. To save as, right, what I have to type, Shift Alt yes, and then it gives me, and then just I'm clicking with this, and then just save as, saves with that particular existing, it will overwrite the existing image. So this is, there are two additionally shortcuts in view render or render image. So that is to save and to save as. The next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is render animation. Currently, right, this is the video, and then if I want to render animation, right, so this shortcut is very useful. So currently I've set it to only 250 frames. I don't want to have that video getting rendered. So just let me just show you the shortcut for render animation is Control F12. So I'm typing Control F12, and if you see, right, this video, it starts rendering the video. If you see, it will just render the 250 frames of the video. You see, right, it is 180 currently, so it waits till 250 and then it ends there. So 250 happened, rendering is already completed. So I will close this, and then you can see, I'll go to that location, and then if you see, right, the video is here. I'll just play the video for you guys. This is the video which got rendered. So the next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is to view the render or view the rendered animation. So in this scenario, right, suppose you want to view the rendered animation which past you have done rendering, right? So in this scenario, this is useful, and the shortcut is Control F11. So I'm typing Control F11. So it's open up this window, and then if you see, right, currently the last render video is getting played. So you can see multiple times you can play, and then this plays within Blender video editing software. So you don't have to use any other third-party software. So let me just show you one more time to view the past rendered animation, right? So in this scenario, the shortcut is useful, and the shortcut is Control F11. So I'm typing Control F11, and then if you see, right, the last render video is showing up here. And then you see that frame rate also showing up here. The next shortcut, right, which you'll be learning is if you want to rotate a video or an image particular direction or particular degree, then in this shortcut is very useful, and the shortcut is you have to type R. So let me just select this clip. This is the video clip, and I want to rotate it. So I'm just typing R, and then if you see, right, I'll just type R, and then I'll just see, I'm just moving up and down my mouse arrow, and then it gives this, it just rotates. So I'll just right click again, and then it moves that. And then if I play the video, right, it comes in this particular fashion. Okay, this is useful to rotate. Let me just show you one more time. So if you want to rotate, right, what you have to do, you have to select this clip and then right click here on the mouse and then type R. So once you type R, right, it gives this, the mouse arrow button gets changed, and then you have to just drag up and down to just rotate. I'm just fixing it properly again, and then typing again mouse button, right click button, and then it just goes off. So this is how you can rotate. The next shortcut, right, which you'll be learning is to scale in or out. So suppose some scenarios, right, you want to scale in or scale out. In this scenario, this shortcut is very useful, and the shortcut is yes. So let me just select the clip and then click here once and then type yes. So if you see it, it gives the mouse icon got changed, and then if I'm just dragging my mouse left side, and then it goes zooming in. So this is how. And if I go in a right direction, right, I'm just going in a right direction with the mouse, and then it zooms in. So let me just keep it here and then just right click, and then if I play the video right now, so it gets zoomed in. So this is what it is useful to scale in and scale out. The next shortcut, right, which we'll be learning is fractional zoom. So there are various options which are available based on the percentage or degree of the zoom in and zoom out, right? So I'll just cover two and then you can just go through the remaining one. You'll just see the pop-up of all the other options which are available in this video, but you can go through it. I'll just cover only two of them. So suppose you want to zoom in, right? And so these are the options which are currently there, and then two will discuss with numpad 8 will discuss and numpad 2. There are two currently will look, and then numpad 8 is zoom 1:8 and numpad 2 is zoom 1:2. So let me just right click on this particular preview side, and then if I type numpad button 8, right, if you see, right, it zooms in 1:8 ratio. So just make sure that it 1:8 ratio of that particular zoom. And then if I type numpad 2, right, it comes back with 1:2 ratio kind of thing. So there are different options available with the different thing, and then I'm typing control numpad 4 and then it zooms in based on that particular different scenarios. There are different options which are available. You can just go through them. So the next shortcut, right, and this is the last shortcut of this video and entire Blender video editing shortcut series, and then this is very simple and then it's just available. I'm just letting you know, suppose you want to quit the particular workspace or you want to just close, then you have to type control Q. If you didn't save anything, right, you haven't saved any content or something, it gives this pop-up. So you can save or you can just click on don't save and then just close it. For now I'm canceling this. I'll just show you one more time. So to quit, right, the shortcut is control Q, and then if you want to save it, you can save. I'll just give this _2 and then save, and this will save it, and then you have to type again control Q and then this time it gets closed. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.